Lazy bones are coming for you.
Lazy bones.
You can only do this and then do it as a reply. So you can reply and then their little thing is on there.
Oh, let's do it. That's funny.
I do it as the intro bit here and then also as
What was that?
Huh?
Come at him.
Yeah.
What's your reply? What's his that? What is that?
Wait, I want to read out his message.
His or her at? What's it?
Lazy Bones 74.
Yeah, let me read it out. I'll do like a reporting style. Ready? Joey, how would you respond to Lazy Bones 74 in his response to your TikTok, where he said, "This is some of the dumbest shit I've heard. Shit's dribblers."
Lazy Bones 74, I say what I want, I don't give a damn about it. Lazy Bones 74, coming for you.
This is episode 30 of the MacPack podcast, and Mr. Lazy Bones, we don't care, mate.
G'day and welcome to the MacPack podcast.
We're back.
My name's Jay McKenna, and to my left this week, in order of bloke who has received the most heat on TikTok, it's my little brother Joey. How are you, Joey?
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck the haters.
I'm in Baxter.
And to my right, coming in at 6, as he does every week, it's the baby brother Junior Boy. How are you, my friend?
I'm with Joey here. We want all the smoke. We love it.
Bring it on,
It
boys.
gives us content.
We're 30 episodes in. We're getting a lot of noise on the old social media.
Bloody oath.
Specifically TikTok. We'll discuss that. We'll discuss your first weekend out on the Terps as a legal 18-year-old. Joe's got a story about a wine tour. We got heaps. Let's get into it. All right, Junior Boy, how was week one as a fresh 18-year-old?
It was a great time.
Run us through the events, the itinerary.
I went to the footy with Jake.
Yep.
Pies lost.
Not a great game.
Unfortunate.
One of the worst games.
But then,
Yes.
hit Crown Casino.
Ooh.
First time at the cast with the boys.
How'd you find it?
I loved it.
Hell yeah. What did you play?
Jake said I wouldn't like it, but I was a big fan. I started off on the $2.50 roulette table.
Yes. A classic.
All
The
the-
high rollers.
All the boys were like, all right, we'll start off slow. We'll start off easy. And I was like, yeah, that sounds perfect for me, right? So we started off. I was just getting the rhythm of the table. First of all, I did not know it was going to be like that. I didn't know there was a
What
table.
did you expect it to be like?
I thought it was like you stand there, you go, I want red 36.
And what spins?
And then the guy has a wheel and he goes, red 36, and he takes your chips and then spins it like a game show.
Oh, like Wheel of
Oh.
Fortune.
And
There
you
is
thought-
there is that game.
There is, but there's also like the table for it.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
That's fun. That's one of my favorites to play.
Wheel of Fortune is... Yeah.
Wheel of
Yeah,
Fortune.
if it was called
That's
something
what,
else.
That's what it just seemed like. And then
So did you think one person played at a time?
Yeah, I didn't know there was like multiple people playing like
Oh.
blackjack and everything. Like all the
You thought you go there, everyone lines up,
You thought it was
does one game, back of the line.
yeah, kind of. Well, like you have your little time with the dealer, and then it's like you're out.
But you've seen like friends and stuff when they go to Vegas.
Vaguely.
So you thought it was a 1-to-1 setup? You thought you were paying for like a tutor situation where you're
Have you
literally
seen
going to
the
get
car
Yeah.
park? It's quite big. They can get a lot of people.
Yeah, but I just thought there would be heaps of shit. Like it would just be like there'd be like a roulette corner, and there's like 8 wheels.
Like you're going to the bank and you go see a teller.
yeah, kind of like that.
So the whole crowd thing like stunted you. Like you walked up and went, oh, like there's 6
Yeah, the
people
boys
all
like
playing
they're the
on same-
roulette tables, and I was like, oh, and like the tables on the floor, like not on the floor, but it's flat, and then like there's the screen.
The tape.
I didn't expect there to be a screen that tells you the numbers and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's a good point.
It was very weird, but now that I've been there one time, like I got used. Now I like
Now you're a
understand
pro.
it. When I first walked in, I was like, "This is so weird."
And so had your mates been there before?
Yeah.
yeah.
And were they good at advising you on how to play?
They all tried to explain roulette to me, and they all butchered it. It was me and another guy's first time.
Yeah.
And then we all got on the roulette table, all of us at once, and then one of my mates, Cheesy, was next to me, and he kept winning. Like all.
Oh, that's
good.
He had heaps of chips.
And what was he betting?
And they're
on?
only $2.
Was that his first? Was he the one that was his first go?
No. He's been there a few times.
What was he betting on? Like
And he was
numbers?
sober as well.
Numbers, evens, colours.
He was throwing like a chip everywhere.
Whoa.
And he was a
Ballsy.
big
I never
fan.
did
I've
that.
only ever seen
Because he had so
old,
many.
relatively. They're from largely the Asian people
Yeah.
who like absolutely just like level it. They seem to have
They know what they're doing.
they have an awareness
They're-
about
they're
gambling,
smart.
especially on roulette, where they've played the field and they put like a little bit of chips here, a couple of little chippy boys.
I
here,
feel like that's the smart. It's like real estate and like
You also
Monopoly.
notice that there's
sort of.
It's like when you lose, you still also
sometimes
win.
there are people playing and they'll be in the middle of two tables and they're playing both.
Yep.
They play two tables.
So just drop a handful of cash here.
Oh really?
Don't watch it. Go to the other one.
What?
You ever see that? They put the chips on, then they
Oh
walk,
yeah, they don't
walk off.
watch it. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Corkill did it for a bit. Very funny, but he was way too pissed, so he forgot where he put his chips, and he won on one, but he had no idea that he'd won.
Anyway,
And stopped the game for ages.
So how did you go?
That bloke kept putting him on in between 0, 0 and 0, the greens.
Oh yeah,
And then-
0 double 0.
Yeah, like on the line.
Yep.
Yep.
And I was like,
He's
he
getting on the
kept doing it, and kept losing, and then
And
like,
he's not
he
just
kept
betting
losing
that. He's
but
got
he,
other bets.
he was winning like put like 3 chips on red or whatever, and then he put it on at one point, and I looked at him and I was like, I'm feeling 0.
Oh, so you'd watched him do it a few times.
it hadn't come
and
up
this
yet.
time I hadn't put it on green yet, and I was like, I don't know why, but I'm feeling 0. So I put $2.
Is this your first bet?
No, I've been betting
You've
for
been
like
betting,
maybe like 5-10 minutes, and I was like winning a bit, losing a bit, and then I was like pretty even. I was like up like $10 or whatever,
Hey, big sender.
and then I put like one on the green after he did it, and then he was like, actually, I'm gonna go on 1-0 as well,
The single 0.
and then he put it on 1-0, and the bloke next to him, Kozo, put it on 1-0, and the bloke next to him, Goffy, who was there for the first time as well, put it on 0.
So how much you have on it? Is this a total of?
We all had $2.
If I count correctly, is that $10?
We had $10 on 0, right?
10 on 0.
And then the roulette lady, what do you call them? The dealer. She
No,
spun
I
it.
don't think they're the dealer.
Well, you know what I
at
mean.
roulette.
Yeah. Anyway,
She spun it,
it's the spin master.
and I was kind of sitting back. Like, I didn't watch the wheel. I kind of waited for it on the screen, and then
What?
Cheesy's standing up
Why are you not watching the?
Do you not get
because I
anxiety
was
watching
at the
ball
back
go
of
around?
the table. I was at the back of the table, and like the
Oh.
wheel was all over there, and it's flat. You can't you have to stand up to see
When
it.
the ball like bounces. Oh, I don't like that.
And then bit of silence for a little while, and then Cheesy just hits me and goes yes. Well, because he had $2, he had $5 on.
Double up.
And then we all won, and like I don't know what are the odds. Like, how much do you win? Like,
We had this chat. I think it was last
So
week. We
it's
had this
one-
chat, and Joe fucking.
it's 1
butchered it.
to
In 32.
36,
36.
Isn't it?
But what it pays out is slightly less than that.
or does it?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you
Well,
tell
we
us?
all-
You
we all
put
got
money down.
Yeah, I put $20 on the table, walked out with 120. Boom.
pays
On
off.
my first table, I was like,
Pays off 6 times.
dude,
I don't think that's right. I
gambling is lit.
think they're hijinks. Yeah,
That's
it's,
how they get you.
yeah.
It's a great time. And then all the other boys went to the $5 table, lost it all.
Which is exactly what you said. You said in last week, I think it was last week's episode where you were talking about gambling on roulette.
Yeah.
You went ahead and said put it on green, 100%.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I
did.
said. I said, quote unquote, the first time I go in, I'm putting 300 on green.
Bang on.
Didn't put 300, put $2.50. If I put 300 on,
It could
I
have
would
been-
be.
Could have been big. Could have been
know.
big. We went. Taylor and I went to the casino one night. It would have been like for her birthday or something.
Happy birthday.
Not recently. And then we were in the same position, and there was again like this old Asian lady who like really knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
And she was winning a fair bit.
Yeah.
And like we were looking at each other going, this chick's like racking it up, man. And then she proceeded to lose like a lot of it.
It is sad when you see like
But then she only had like a handful of chips left, and we were like, oh, like we've seen her at her best, and now we're seeing her at her best.
you get the best of both worlds.
And then she just like went and put it down on like 17 or something. Like she just picked one number, put them all,
Black
put
17.
them all on there, and the whole table had been there since the start. Watch her win all the money, watch her lose all the money, and she's done that, and everyone at the table's gone, you know what? We've ridden together. Let's die together. And everyone put their money on the same
All in?
on the same number as she did.
Everyone all in?
And it was a big team congestion thing where everyone was like, yeah, a big team cohesion thing where everyone was like, yeah, fuck it.
Like in Lord of the
if
Rings.
everyone here wants it to come up 17, it's going to come up 17.
Facts.
And the dealer even like, as she spun it, she literally just like looked at us all and went, well, good luck to yours, because it was on, everyone's money was on the same. Spun it around.
No way.
Boom, chicka wow wow.
No way.
17.
Holy
Everybody won, and
shit.
everyone absolutely lost it. The chick in charge, the spin master herself, was absolutely stunned. She couldn't believe it.
Bloody hell.
Couldn't believe her eyes.
Yeah, sometimes you get the deals. They're like they are rooting for you.
Oh yeah, often they'll often
Yeah.
tell you to go home. As well. It's
Yeah,
like,
she said, Alex Cheesy said after we won, he was like, no, we'll go one more. And she was like, no, leave.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they could lose their job if they.
If they do that, it's good advice.
Maybe not to the 18-year-olds. She won't lose it. But if it's
I
like
don't know,
your big
it's
spenders.
interesting. I played blackjack there one night and I was pretty hammered and was winning like a fair amount of cash with this guy who was dealing. We were getting on super well, like super
And then
duper
shift
well.
ends.
Yeah, and then he left.
You
And
got to leave the table.
Yeah, should have left with him. 100% should have left with him because
I'm not superstitious, but like at the casino, you have to be.
Yeah.
You got to have something.
You
to
got bad
sting your
vibes.
hopes on.
You got bad omens.
There's
you
always something that like with my green story, that story, the 17 story.
There's always an element.
There's always something.
always
there's something in that.
Yeah.
All right, Joey boy, you had a themed birthday party over the weekend.
Yes,
A party.
I did. What are you guys' thoughts on themed parties?
They're lit.
Yeah, I like them.
I like them.
So this theme, it was cowboys and aliens.
Nice,
If I was more prepared, would have gone as Buzz and Woody.
hot take.
Bravo.
But I wasn't, so I ended up just normal clothes, cowboy hat.
Nice. I like
Classic
it.
look. Now this costume party, where would you normally hold a costume party?
Generally, it's at
house.
someone's
At
house.
someone's house. Yeah. So this was in Freo at the Orient.
That's not someone's house.
No, so we get there. I had driven, and then we parked, and it looks like a clown car, but it's like a cowboy car.
Oh, so
We
all
all
the
get
boys
out.
popped out.
People are getting their guns out of the boot, shit like that. And then we're like, all right, so it's like a 5-minute walk to the place or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Walking down, getting a lot of howdy
We actually.
partner.
That's good.
Actually,
as you walk down, yeah, lots of
from randoms.
cool hats.
Good
Like
deal.
randoms.
Yeah, randoms. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go there. Obviously you
Aw.
get to the event, and everyone's there is dressed up, so it's
Yeah, it's normal.
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And anyway, then we had decided we were kicking on.
Big man.
We were kicking
Kick
on. Kick on. And then so we went out, and there was a lot of discussion. One of the guys, he was planning on, he had gone a bit more. He had a vest, like a button-up shirt,
Ooh,
hat, gun, real cowboy attire,
Oh yeah.
and he was like, "I'm not going out dressed like this. I'm dropping in Joe's boot."
Can you give us a fake name?
What was he wearing underneath?
Oh, it was Adam.
Oh,
Bang.
it's
And
not a
then-
fake name.
Oh, actually, I still have people's cowboy shit in my boot. I don't know if they want it back.
You should have
but-
worn it tonight.
Save it for a rainy day.
Yeah, so anyway, he was like, "No, I'm not wearing the vest out. Like, that's dumb." But then all of us were kind of like,
Could go Han Solo.
when do you get to wear a cowboy hat out and have a reason for it? So everyone else was kind of keen to stay dressed up.
Yeah.
So he did drop his vest off, but he kept the hat, donned the hat. Then we went out to Benny's in Freo.
Yeah.
And then we're all just in the default. It's kind of a vibe because, everyone's dressed as cowboys.
Yeah,
And what
it's but not everyone. Just you.
Just like the 5 of us. But it's
Okay.
like, you're not the only one.
Yeah.
You must have been getting some eyes.
You'd get
Oh,
a few,
yeah.
few questions.
And yeah, a couple.
Any
A lot of
bartenders are like, what?
snide comments, some hate comments as you go down the street.
We're used to them.
And then also, so
Getting them a fair bit these days. Hat or no hat, by the sounds of things.
and
as well.
then we get we were lining up, and then on the walk, me and one of my mates, we were a bit behind the other ones.
Yeah.
Because the guys at the front were sort of, they were quite hammered at the time. They were not causing a scene, but they were a bit rowdy cowboys.
Come on,
Oh,
fake
yeah.
names.
And then-
Come on, fake names. I need to picture
So
this.
we
Rowdy
got
Cowdies.
Adam's already been named. Then we
He's
got,
up the front.
Yeah, and then we got Nathan.
Play
His
on.
sister was in your year.
Play on. Don't know.
The other one, I don't think you even know. The other one would be an Ethan. He's like
striking out.
Anyway,
Continue, yeah.
anyway, and then so me and this one mate were walking behind. These guys were, causing a bit of a scene at the front, and then we're like, well, now we're the other two in the cowboy hats. You sort of get that connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then anyway, they weren't too rambunctious, so it's fine.
Did you drop them?
What?
The hats.
The hats? No, I thought about it.
Kept them.
I had thought about
It
it.
wasn't your hat. It was Dad's hat.
No, it was a hat that someone left at my 21st. See, a little bit of a life hack for you. You have a party. Oftentimes there'll be a post the next day. Oh, this is the stuff that people left. If you don't do the post, a lot of people don't message you about it. So I got some cool shit.
Get Abe some extra birthday presents.
You should have like a. What are they?
I was
like
gonna
a
post-
designer themed.
Everyone's
they're
gonna
cheap
win.
themed.
The Gucci bag.
Somehow I reckon someone would chase that shit up.
So we got a bit left behind. So then in the line there were 3 cowboys at the front, a couple people, and then 2 more cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
And then so obviously they're getting in. And the other thing is like when you get scanned in, you need to hold your hat here. So you look like it's such a dick. Holding your cowboy hat like that, like
Singing the anthem.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy, partner. Yeah. Like you're at some like funeral and you're like.
Yeah, the paying.
Yeah, anyway, so the first 3 cowboys go, we're still in the line, and then we come out, and then the lady on the she was like an older woman.
Yeah.
Like not a nan, but like could have been.
Oh.
And then she was like, more cowboys.
Big cowboy now.
Anyway, and then
Big cow.
howdy partner, and then hat on the shoulder. Then you're in, and then once we're in there,
Were you wearing more than you were just wearing
I was
like
basically wearing this
with
a
a cowboy hat? Yeah.
And then once you're in there, fuck, everyone wants to wear it.
Oh,
So many. We
we're
were
like strangers.
random people, a lot of nice hat. I don't know if it's sarcastic or not.
It is.
And then like we're on the D floor and like mainly girls just like
Trying to grab
Pinching
it.
grabbing
hat.
hats because obviously if a guy does that,
You get cloth.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then there's another point where like we sort of had like a log going of like, all right, who's wearing whose hat at the moment? Because like some of them were like,
Who's renting out Joe's hat?
Adam, your hat's on the way out there, bro.
and because some of them were like, mine was like a $2 one from Kmart. 2 of the other ones were like also cheap ones, and then 2 of them were like nice, like
Genuine
not Cobras,
leather.
but like like proper hats. And then
Boosh.
this one girl took one of the guy's hats, and he's like, no, like I want to wear. And then but it's like they're just like people love wearing the hats.
That's fair.
They're fun.
And then so we ended up
Fun.
leaving with all 5 hats. All
Oh, yeah.
hats were required, and then
Here we go.
this is where the night gets good.
We've only just begun. It's
We
7
head
o'clock.
on down to. We actually went to another 2 places, but nothing really eventful happened there. So the night gets good now. We head on down to Metropolis, Fremantle,
Metros.
where I was meeting. That's right. This isn't a Joe story. This is a Joe and Riley story.
The boy.
Although I'll get to my stuff first. And then so basically we get there, hats on, hat on shoulder, scan in, howdy partner, nice to meet you. Yeah, nice hat. Oh, there's a snake in my boot. You know how it goes.
How many people were with you at this point?
5. Still
Okay.
the 5.
Full
Were they
game.
all at
The whole-
Metros?
Huh? Yeah, they all got to Metro.
Literally all of Woody's
I didn't
roundup.
see any other hats.
Yeah. That's the issue.
Oh.
They did.
We get to Metros. Some of them go to the bar. I go, where's my little brother? He's here.
Where's that little cowboy boy?
Yeah.
Where is he? There's a bounty on his head. Anyway, then so I head out the back, acquire Riley, come back in, never see my friends again. And for the rest of the night,
You're the cowboy.
I was on the middle of the Metro's D floor, wearing a fucking cowboy hat, like the biggest fucking dickhead
I don't even
I've ever seen.
I don't even think I asked. I was just like, that's a weird-
Howdy.
I literally just thought, that's a weird fashion choice.
Yeah, exactly. It's just me.
But it's not that far skewed from something you would usually do.
Where I wish I could wear a cowboy hat. It's fun.
Maybe do it again this weekend.
And then like
Did anyone say anything? Anyone
of your mates? No, they were pretty fucked.
what I
But
mean.
it was just
Yeah.
me, like 20, 18-year-olds. I looked like I was like the sheriff in town.
Dad.
Yeah,
The dad of the dance.
yeah.
floor.
I got these rascals, these bandits.
Witcha! All right, boys, it's time to debut a brand new segment, a segment that we hope to come back to every now and then. It's
Riley's Rave Reviews.
Junior boy. You went to Metropolis, Fremantle this weekend. Probably
The-
not for the first. Probably not for the last time.
The big house.
It's an iconic point in a young man's
young
career.
man's life.
Indeed, it is.
Congratulations.
Thank
Talk
you.
us through the evening before we get into your rating score. Let's get a bit of a debrief. Let's get a bit of comments. Let's get our review.
So how'd we kick off? We first got dropped off at Coburn Station by the girlfriend.
Nice.
Then caught the train to Bull Creek Station with one of my mates.
Love it.
Nice.
Saw the train people. They were probably going to Northbridge, a bit older than me. I got off of the train. I stopped there at Bull Creek. Got picked up by a mate. We went to Prees.
Jeez,
What
a
time?
lot of commute. I wasn't expecting
Yeah.
this much commute chat.
Prees at Cades at around 9.
Shit out to Cade.
King. The host of Prees, a true honour.
Sunk a few cruises.
Hang on, Prees at 9 is late.
Late. Me, I'm
What time did you leave Prees?
10.
Wow.
The boys just drank their drinks and we got out.
Like two of them. How many did they get down in an
I
hour?
had 4 cruises.
In an hour?
One of the boys had 4 double blacks.
In an
Oh
hour.
my
One
god!
of the boys had a half a bottle of Hennessy.
Wait, who?
In an
Oh
hour?
my god!
Cobby
Wait,
had a 6-pack. of
In an hour.
Carlton. Yeah.
jeez.
That's why you see the
Power
state-
drinkers.
And then we had a few at. Oh, okay. Let me.
Wait, who had the double blacks?
Cozzo.
What?
Did you see him? He was living it.
So many drinks.
They're all coming. Oh, anyway.
And you,
They're all coming in so hot at that
you,
point.
You
What the-
funneled a
like-
few of them too.
God.
The
Wait.
beer hasn't hit. The drinks haven't hit your system at that point. Between start of prees to like you get into Metro,
The ride there was
you still
really
it'll
quick.
hit you about 10, 30, 11 o'clock, and you'll be like,
Shit. Wait, am I
Exactly
old?
when you're at the clubs.
yeah.
Now you want
Am
it.
I- am
Like
I
almost
old?
on the
'Cause
way
this sounds
home.
Crazy.
All right.
And then we get to and then we leave Praise, get to Metros.
Get to the club.
We're on the VIP list.
Hell yeah.
So we get in through the VIP
Shout out who
list.
put him on the VIP list.
Oh,
Listener of the
Kira.
show, Kira.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kira. I love your work.
And then the lady in the line was like, "Oh, are you on the VIP list?" And I was like, "Yeah, we know Kira." And then she was
The
like,
name
"Oh,
drop.
I got you."
I'm here
And
with
she
the
was
ki-
like,
I'm here with the cowboy guy.
And she was like, "All right, names." Ticked off all our names. Got in, and then I heard, I actually didn't know who Kira was before. and then
But you walked up and went, "We know Kira,"
and then
except me and all of us.
I
We
walked
don't.
in, and then she was like, "Riley." And I was like, "Metro's is calling." And I realized it was just Kira, and she was like, "Hey," and I was like, "I assume you're Kira," and then just kept walking, and then we got in.
Did you speak to her?
No, I just said, "Hey, how you going? Thanks for getting us in."
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Maybe I didn't say that. I don't know. I think I just went, "Yo."
Play,
It took me a little bit to
Riley was
calculate.
Riley was seeing double.
play ball.
And then we walked in. I was like, "Oh, it's actually kind of small."
Ooh.
I expected the dance floor to be a lot bigger and more like. I just expected it to be bigger.
Yeah.
First stop,
We've all been there.
because
Yeah. It is called the big house.
the first,
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, also my dick.
the first,
It's also called the big house.
the first stop was the toilets.
Ooh.
And now we get to the ranking system. Do you want to explain the ranking system?
All right, the ranking system's going to be pretty simple. It's a criteria of 4 basic, what would we call them? Needs. What's the hierarchy? Maslow's hierarchy of rave review needs. The first one is simple. It's atmos. It's your atmosphere.
The
When you
ambience.
walk into the place, are you enjoying it? Is it nice? Is it comfy? Is it cruisy? Next, music. We all know what music is. We can move on. The third one. You okay? The third one is toilets. Now, well, again, you know what toilets are? They're where you do your wee-wees and your
We've heard a
poo-poos.
fair bit about the Metro's toilet.
Whether or not they have doors or not, we're going to find out. And then finally, I would say possibly the most important part, the people.
The people.
They can make or break the night.
100%. They can ruin your evening
And
quite
The
quickly.
people can be the people you know,
Or you
people you don't know, and the staff.
Correct. Which in your case, you didn't know, did know, and they were staff members. So, fat.
Here we go. So I first walk into the toilets.
Nice.
Which ones did you go to?
Girls,
Left on the D floor?
females,
Left off the D floor.
Yeah.
disability.
Male. Male was the first stop.
Oh,
And
but not the last.
no.
Nope.
Settle. Alright? And then walked into the toilet. Wet.
Oh.
Just wet
the
everywhere.
floor?
Yeah.
Just soaked.
That's not water.
Yeah. And then just made a beeline. It was like kind of like, just dodging around people. And then I found myself all the
Is this the worst toilet you've been in so
urinals
far?
were taken. Yeah, probably. And then
You can just piss on the floor.
I find myself finding it in the middle cubicle. Go to
Nice.
shut the door just in case there's any rowdy units.
And that's a good
Go to lock the
feature.
door.
Oh, no, that's
No
not.
lock.
No, of course not.
Twisted it, nothing was coming out. So I was like, all right, I'll just leave it open. Hopefully no one comes in here and tries to pat me on the back or shake me.
Slide over, Johnny!
Bit of that going on. And then I looked at the floor while I was urinating.
A lot more details than I thought.
A lot of wetness around the toilet. Some
Moist.
chunky bits.
Ooh.
Bit of piss.
Ah, nice.
Bit of everything.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Then
Out of 5.
2 sinks to wash your hands.
Oh,
Good
nice
number.
touch.
Good number.
Yeah.
Not many people using them. I did. That was my first toilet experience. Now, my second toilet experience
The same one, or did you go upstairs?
This is another time. Walked in.
The same one.
Same one.
Toilet special.
I didn't make it to the top one. I might have to do a part 2.
The top toilets of Metro.
But then, walking back in. This is when I was by myself. And then walked in. We did a bit of a, and then we looked up. Knew the bloke.
Oh,
Fraser Doyle.
duh,
King, yeah.
And he dapped me up and he was like,
I saw him as well. Yeah.
He was like, what's going on? I love the podcast. And I was
Thank
like, I love you. And then patted him on the back and then did another tinkle. Toilets, for interactions and the experience, 5 out of 5.
What? No way.
5 out of 5
You
stars.
said
today.
you walked in.
It's exactly what you want. It's just, it's the Metro's toilet.
Piss everywhere.
It's the Metro's toilet. It's everything.
2 sinks. That's all you need.
Yeah.
You don't want
2
them.
more than I was expecting.
Two
don't-
more than needed, apparently.
You don't want the Metro's toilets to be clean. You want them to be the Metro's toilets. There's a personality in it,
Okay.
and I love it. It's 5 out of 5 for the for the toilets. Right, yeah. Then walk over to the bar. This was after the first time. I think I got 5 drinks bought for me.
Big.
Hell yeah.
Ballin'. All the boys were just hooking me up with the vodka Red Bulls.
Nice.
Great time. And then ran into a few mates, ran into a few family friends.
Yep.
Just like on the dance floor as well. Just like, you know, like people trying to get through. I love just giving a pat on the back. Or like sometimes when like people like pat me on the back, like while we're dancing, or like I just feel a bump, turn around, just start singing to them. And they're just like vibing back. They always sing back to me. Do you ever get that? Do you ever try to do that?
Yeah.
It's good.
I did
you
it heaps
give
of
off good
levers.
vibes.
Exactly.
I'm a bit
You
more
get good vibes
hostile.
back.
Yeah, someone did also. This was also a really good defining feature of the people. Just got a vodka Red Bull from one of my mates. Took a sip. Big bump in the back. A lot of it came out. Turned around. The bloke was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." I was like, "It's all good, bro." And he was like, "Oh, legend." Just turned around.
Hell yeah.
Minding our own business. People. 5 out of 5, baby.
I'm sensing a theme. I'm nervous.
I mean, the
I
joke.
know what he's giving the music. Oh, you're going to the other one.
Go to the other one. No, what was the other one?
Music.
Okay.
I'll go with music. Lit. It was lit.
It was. I
Playlist
was
was
there.
popping off, and then
Give us like 3 hot songs.
Runaway.
"Runaway" by Kanye West.
Yep.
In a few episodes ago, I said "Runaway" was like my favorite song, and they played
They
it.
played it.
Kira?
Crazy.
Is that her name?
Put it on.
Oh,
No,
maybe.
they played a fair bit there.
Okay.
What else did they play?
Birthday surprise.
they
They play
played
Happy Birthday?
They played "Sweet Caroline,"
Nice.
but also after I was there for around an hour or so. Then when Joe gets there, we were on the dance floor. Everyone was on the dance
We're
floor.
vibing
Then
out.
Joe pointed to the stage, and I noticed something had changed. New DJ and a bloke with a trumpet and a lady with a saxophone popping.
I think I
off,
saw videos
dude.
of that.
They were
Yeah.
going crazy. And
What
what's-
song did
it
they
was like, I think it
play?
was "Trumpets" by Jason Derulo that they got.
No.
They entered on.
No, I would have fucking realized if they were playing trumpets by Jason Derulo.
It wasn't trumpets, but they were
It was
playing.
something trumpet heavy, like that has like a riff. that they could play
You'd
along
hope.
with.
You'd want it to be involving a trumpet.
And they were there for like the whole night.
They were there for 8, and they were like
They were
Mambo
vibing.
number 5.
That's the one. Yeah,
fuck.
that's it.
Maybe that. Yeah.
No, that's what they played. I saw a video
Oh,
of them
and they
playing
did
Mambo. I think it was,
they did the tequila song.
Oh, yeah.
I
I don't remember this.
That's cool. That is
And then
that's
it
sax heavy.
And then they like when it came to the tequila, like everyone yelled it out.
Yeah.
That's cool. I appreciate that.
Music. 5 out of 5.
Bloke's about to head into a perfect score, I reckon.
Then
Don't jinx it.
atmosphere.
Oh, it's gotta be big. It was his birthday.
Everyone was having a great time.
That's what we want.
Everyone was there for a good time.
That's what we want.
Everyone was happy.
That's what we want.
Everyone was smiling.
Yes, sir.
Everyone was dancing.
Yes.
Everyone was singing.
Oh my god.
Everyone was partying.
As expected.
Atmosphere. 5 out of 5. That means for the first club of Riley's rave reviews,
Metro's Frio is receiving a hot.
Metropolis Freo receives a 10 out of 10.
A 20 out of 20. We divide it by 2 and it gets that.
Receives a
10
perfect
out of
score.
10. A perfect
100%
score.
is
Metro's Frio. A big green tick.
Good stuff,
For you.
Metro's Freo.
All right, boys. We're fortunate enough that every day lunchtime rolls around.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
We are.
For
Keeps on coming.
For some of us, it's a highlight. For some of us, it's a low light.
And what is it for you, Jakey?
And
And what was it?
today was nearly a highlight for a colleague of mine.
Nearly.
Nearly, and it should have been, but miscommunication, man. That
It fell short.
wasn't the case.
Oh no.
Take us back. Run us through the story.
Pretty stressful. Oh my god.
We venture back.
A rel-
10 hours.
A relatively stressful day at work for most of the team, which is rare for us.
Yeah, very.
Shit.
But on this occasion, a little bit stressful. A couple of the girls in the office decided that due to the stress that was happening in our room, that they were going to help us out and suss lunch for us.
Oh,
Queens.
No
it.
microwave lunches on this Wednesday.
Legends.
Instead, we decided we're going to go get a few burgers at the local burger joint.
Oi.
So
What burger joint?
joint?
we're
We're not going to name and shame.
We go to
is
Short
it?
Stack. Short Stack.
Oh, yeah, short stack's good. Or short order.
Short Order. Short Stack is the cool band from the early thousands.
Yeah.
So we went to Short Order, but we didn't go. We had one of the girls come in and she basically said, "Hey, Short Order seems to be the way we're going.
Good decision.
Give us your orders,
Give us your short orders.
and and we'll bungle down. We'll pick them up for you. We'll bring them back.
Legends.
Massive play.
Bloody oath.
Very exciting.
This is borderline everyday hero worthy.
Yeah, legit.
It is, but it gets bad.
No, there's a twist.
And so they go. The girls come in. She just goes, "Oh, just like punch it through to us on the messenger.
Yep.
And let us know what you want, and I'll order it online. We can go pick it up." Sounds good. No,
Easy peasy.
no walkers. So I did exactly that. Open up my little fucking Google Chats hangout,
Epic.
ping through, double cheeseburger, thank you.
Oi.
Hell yeah.
Double.
Keep it simple.
Not one, but two cheese.
All the boys do the same. Dunk, 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 dunk. Boss man asks bloke sitting next to me, Trevor.
Yep.
Trevor.
Trevor Galbraith.
I just said someone else's full name.
You can't name people.
I doubt he would give it flying.
I think maybe just beep that one.
And then no, we're leaving that in. And then yes, boss man bangs the question to Trevor. Just we're all looking at the menu, and he asks Trevor, "Oh, what are you going to go with?" No, yeah, the boss man asked Trevor, "What are you going to go with?" And
What are you going with, Galbraith?
he gives it a bit of, "Oh, I'm thinking I'm going to go like the short order burger, right?"
The
Yeah.
titular burger.
Yeah, exactly. We had a bit
Oh.
of a discussion about the mayo and the mustard and all that sort
Ooh.
of saucy jazz. And it was decided that that's what he was going to go with, right?
Yep.
He thought that the boss was then messaging, like taking the orders and then messaging them to the girl.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no. This was just a chat.
This was just a
Oh,
genuine discussion thing. And so the chicks came through, got all your orders, gonna go. They just left, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Because it wasn't like an opt. It wasn't an opt-out situation. It was opt-in, right? And
Yeah.
Trevor was pretty quiet at the time when they first come in. He was pretty stressed. So he was doing his shit, and so he didn't really say anything. But he definitely wanted a burger.
Yeah, you just told the boss what you want.
Yeah, the boss just went, "Oh, yeah, cool," thinking that he had sent the message.
that
they both
sounds-
thought each other had sent the
That
message through.
sounds good, man.
And then they obviously went down. They picked up the burgers. They came back with the burgers bar one. And now the Trevor sits on like the point of the table as well. So the chick has
Oh,
walked
it's
in,
always-
past the kitchen, put all the burgers down, and then started handing them out. And she's walked past Trevor, handed me my burger.
Yep.
Walked back past Trevor, grabbed another burger. Walked back past Trevor again, handed burger to the bloke who
This
sits
doesn't
next
seem very conventional.
sits next to me. So he gets a burger. She walks back past Trevor, grabs another burger, and hands it to the girl who sits across from me.
Yep.
So she's now walked past Trevor 6 times, and he would be sitting there thinking, "Fucking, I'm next."
What's his burger tally at the moment?
It's not high. It's not high.
Low.
The lowest.
Low burgers.
We all start eating, and I wasn't paying attention because I don't know. I just assumed everyone was eating. I actually assumed that he was eating as well, right? And then I get to like my second last bite,
Yeah.
and then he lets out a bit of a call, more or less along the lines of, like, how are the burgers? And then like went on to say, like, I didn't want to say anything because like I didn't want to like
Be that guy.
cause a fuss
Make
because he
him
was
feel
eating a
bad.
few of the public domain chips.
Yeah. Which is
And he
apparently
goes,
his lunch.
oh, when and then it's fucking, I've clicked and gone, oh no, oh no, I can see exactly where this little kerfuffle stems from.
Oh.
And he's then proceeded to give it a bit of, yeah, boss man, when you said what burger did you want? Thought you were taking orders.
Oh.
Turns out, didn't send my order through because I thought you had.
But he was just curious.
So yeah, he just missed out entirely
Didn't cuff one.
on the lunch packet. The
As
girls,
if he just sat there in silence.
yeah, which is rare from Trev. You would expect him to. He's a very polite guy, but you would assume that he would be like.
Hey, where's my
What would you say?
I would have said something. I would have been like, "Oh, did I miss out?" I would have said something pretty early on. Anyway,
He
so
waited till everyone was almost
the
done.
girl was having lunch in the other office,
Yeah.
and this has all sort of happened in front of us. And she comes back, and I've obviously given a bit of how good are the burgers, and then she's and then Trevor was microwaving a meal that he found in the freezer, which was not a burger, and hilarity was ensuing, and it was all happening. And she felt terrible because she was then told the exact same story that we were told.
Oh, yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
And there was a few offers of, we'll run down and get you another one. But
You're not going to make him do that.
yeah, Trevor ain't about that.
No. Good on him.
And the laughter continued, and then she left the room. And then one of the boys strolled in, who's a designer in the other office, and he strolled through, quiet as a mouse, and he just walked into the room and gone, "How good are the burgers, Trevor?" All right, boys, this week on the poll, we asked a simple question of, do you prefer beer or do you prefer spirits?
Ooh.
I'm a spirit man.
Joe,
It's got to. I love both, but it's got to be the spirits.
I'm a beer boy through and through. I would drink a beer every day of the week.
Well, actually,
You do.
can I refine? Can I refine my answer?
You're refined.
Go for it.
Beer. I would say I like more of them,
Yep.
but my go-to drink has got to be the spirit. It's got to be vodka.
Yeah.
Vodka.
It's too dangerous. I drink, nah. Too quick.
You
On
drink
the
too
spirits.
quick.
Nah, I need a beer because it's not too strong. Because if it's, like what you get a Coke in,
Yeah.
it's like a tiny little glass. You can put it away too quick.
Yeah, and I do.
So you need like a big beer, a big hearty beer that you can sort of like.
I understand. Nurse.
Yeah, that's your moderation. Your drinking in moderation is,
Well, that's the thing.
for me, it's the size.
When I go out with people from work, oftentimes they will all buy drinks together.
Yep.
Cute.
Most of the lads get beers.
Yeah.
And I get a vodka soda with a lemon. A nice little lemon zest. Anyway,
Speaks volumes.
It's just easier to disguise.
They hold their beer for quite an amount of time.
Yeah, I like to hold a beer. That's my favorite
I
thing
put
to
that
do.
shit back.
And then what? You walk around with empty hands.
I like munching on the ice.
That's weird.
I also, the reason why I prefer drinking spirits, mainly vodka soda, the next day, feel amazing.
No, beer feel amazing.
Amazing?
Spirits don't feel good.
I feel terrible if I drink too much beer.
Beer's so heavy. It's so like you have to
Yeah.
drink so much of it to feel anything.
Well, the
Let's
the
go to the
answers
people.
came.
You get like a double black is like 2 drinks in one, and it tastes pretty decent, but better than a beer.
But that's the fear because they're so packed full of
just get a 4-pack.
juice. Yeah, but I'll drink 10. Like I'll always drink 10 drinks, whether you give me ones that are like half
You won't be
strength.
able to because you'll be.
Nah,
dead.
you'd be surprised. Simple. Which do you prefer? 41% of people said beer, and 59% of people said spirits.
59, all right.
Now, I, in my mind, played my own little game, and it was a simple case of, will any women say they drink beer? Would prefer beer over spirits? Answer's yeah.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yes, dude.
Like, more than 5,
Hell yeah.
More than 5.
which is way more than I thought. There's some interesting names amongst it, including Olivia,
She likes beer.
apparently.
Oh, wait, yeah, she does, hey.
Don't know, apparently. But yeah, there's actually a fair few girls. Not like a heap. They're definitely skewing towards the male side of things.
It's a dirty drink.
But Yeah, a few more girls than I thought. I genuinely didn't think we were going to get any.
Again,
For the spirits, there's a lot of lads as well. There's a lot because I feel like dark liquor, so like your whiskeys, your rums,
The bad tasting one.
very male dominant.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like,
Ones that you can have with a Coke, male dominant. Ones that or you can have like straight and like with like an ice block.
it's something that like Don Draper would drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like the only ones that I would drink. A vodka, just a no-go zone.
Really?
I
Yeah.
can't drink gin personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
The hair on my Ginny Gin Gin.
The whiskey's good, and you'll find a lot
Yeah,
of
whiskey's
a
good.
lot more males who drink the dark stuff, which I don't necessarily understand.
I like the light
For
stuff.
Riley's birthday, got him a bottle of Henny.
Yeah.
Don't like any.
Nah, you will.
Did you try it
I've tried it before.
straight?
Spicy.
Yeah, he tried it straight when he was
Literally
like
like drinking
16.
Nando
Nice.
sauce.
That's hot.
Yeah.
No, when you have it mixed with some Coke.
Yeah. Bit of
It's
ice,
nice.
bit of Coke.
I could see that.
What did you drink on Saturday night?
Vodka.
Just vodka, Red Bull.
Vodka Red Bulls and like lemon
Cruisers.
Fuck that.
Yeah, would that have
It's
happened
so easy. It's
when
like
you were
drinking
when you were
lemonade.
because
No.
in recent years there's sort of been that shift in the boys will drink cruisers.
Yeah, boys, doesn't matter.
Nah, we were like, you'd get like a Jim Beam or like a Jackson Coke or like a Canadian Club at a push. But otherwise it was, and I didn't drink, I didn't start drinking beer till I would have been like 20, 21. Like really didn't like the stuff.
What did you drink before that?
That's when I was drinking like Canadian Club.
Oh, yeah.
Can't touch now. Like a
Yeah,
dry
Canadian
Canadian
Club.
Club, that shit is beyond sweet. I don't know if they made it sweeter,
It's not great, hey.
but between like 18 to 20, used to drink them like only like
Is that-
strictly just that.
Are they pre-mixed
Yeah.
whiskies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can also get it separately. Yeah,
I don't like ginger ale either, which is weird.
ginger ale. I never really have it.
Yeah, it's not
Because
flash.
With Canadian Club, yeah, I used to like, I'd like not crave it, but like, I'd like, oh yeah, like if I wanted a drink,
Big boy.
like I like hell like the taste of it.
Yeah.
But now
That's
it's
beer
like,
for me.
yeah, it's a bit, and also like takes me back to like 2016. You know,
Good year.
Great, yeah. Fucking hell.
great. Yeah. But like, it just like because I drank it so much, and then I didn't drink it for
Yeah,
such a long period of time.
Yeah.
that's fair. I just can't do it.
I think it's cool that like the chicks are saying beer and the blokes are saying cruises.
Yeah,
It's definitely been a switch within the last 5-10 years, I reckon.
yeah, definitely. It's like that.
Because the boys started tasting how good these drinks are.
Well, it's one of the things. It's even in like Scrubs. JD used to get his apple teeny,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then he'd
Didn't
make.
Elliot used to get a beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Maybe
And then like
this is where it stems from.
he would get made fun of, but like the apple teeny
Really?
looks delish.
Exactly.
Have you had like a? I think it's is that what they call martinis?
A martini. Well, it has gin in it. A lot of these
Not
cocktails
good.
have gin.
We had some at work the other week. Fucking not good. Like real not good.
Speaking of cool drinks, so I'm not the biggest wine drinker, but like wine is one of those things where I feel like it's cool to. It's like mature to drink. Like, oh, I'll have a glass of
Yeah.
red.
Nah,
Like
tastes
with your
shit.
dinner.
Yeah, with dinner. Oh,
Take
I
the
got a
edge
good
off.
Shiraz. Like something like that.
I feel like, is it nice? Is it like grape juice?
People like
Spicy
it.
grape juice.
Have you never had wine?
It's not good.
Nah.
It's no good.
I feel like I'd want to be a wine drinker.
I try to drink
It's
it.
not good.
It's gross. But
It's
I was
not
on a
good.
wine tour.
Yeah.
On the weekend, I went on one wine tour with older people from work.
Were they older or were they not?
They were older. They weren't like
Nice.
old people.
Oh, okay.
They're like in their 30s or whatever.
That's pretty old.
And then like
Ancient.
so it was them and then a couple younger folk. Anyway, so we get onto the party bus.
Stop
we
giving
get,
us the demographics.
we get to the no, but it's important. We get to the place and then I'm like, all right, sweet, like we're at the first like winery. Let's get loud. And then they're like, oh, this, and then like, the people were bringing them out like, oh, this is it was fermented for 10 years and it's got a nice oaky flavor. And they're like just drinking the wine.
And what were you doing
It's like
with
a
it? It's
wine
what-
taste.
They're like, yeah, they were legit like tasting the wine. They were talking about the wine. They were buying the wine.
Yeah.
I learned so much about wine.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Joe's just got his
Not good.
goon bag in the corner.
Yeah.
That's my when I've been on a few wine tours. I don't like wine, but on these occasions, this is the reason I don't like wine. On these occasions,
Oh,
you'll get the people that come out.
and they tell you about it.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit.
Nah, especially because you've also drank so much throughout the day that you're like, yeah, dude, wine tastes like a wine tastes like a wine at this point.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you just put them back. Like,
One time we were at
So,
one time
wait.
we were at a wine place. It was on the one where they were teaching us about it, or whatever. And they were like, he was like, "Oh, this wine is a port," and then me and the other young guy was like, "Oh, I didn't realize port was wine." And then he was like, "What did you think it was?" I was like, "Port." I just thought it. I didn't realize it was a type of wine.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. But
Goon's really good.
all right, boys, that'll bring us to the end of the 30th episode of the Mac Pack podcast.
We've done it.
We're gonna keep the spirit alive, despite what all the haters are saying on TikTok. If you haven't seen our TikTok account, head to the page. The Fremantle, the new Perth
The
team
AFL
video
brand.
that we've got going on at the moment is receiving. It's
Fair bit of hate. Everyone hates us.
There's a lot going on. It's quite a light-hearted comment. Like it's never going to happen. We don't want it to happen.
Literally
it's just
not.
something dumb Joe said last week that we've just shared with people.
Literally,
Yeah, I
not.
don't give a shit about either team.
People think we've like sat around like for hours and hours debating whether or not this should happen.
It is funny. Some of the other comments are actually like hell funny.
Yeah.
Literally not, Joe. I think we should rebrand the teams to have more of a rivalry. Everyone on TikTok, shut the fuck.
No one asked you, Joe.
Hey, can you just fuck off and die?
Jesus, it's very.
Why do you guys have a podcast?
Very intense.
Fuck off.
But on the okay, well,
Anyway,
to finish things up
I'll
as we
speak
know,
about that with my therapist.
to finish things up as we normally do on the MacPack podcasts, we're going to award the same award that we award each and every week. It's out. Everyday Hero. Junior boy, you've got this week's Everyday Hero.
This week, it's one of the characters from the story about the casino earlier on the roulette table.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
We're going back to the first story of the
The
evening.
first story. We're going back. So it was a Friday night.
Of course.
At the casino.
Yep.
The boys finished up. A few boys were down. Me and one of the other blokes were up. And it was our first time there. And we
Yep.
both cashed out.
Beginner's luck.
Couple of
Profit.
casino virgins.
Everyone else down 20, down 40, whatever. The boys were kind of hungry.
Nice.
Oh, wait. I need to preface this.
Okay.
Ooh.
There were 5 boys who
He's
originally
foreshadowing.
got to the casino. 5 boys all came in one car, including me.
Sounds fun.
Gross car.
Then
Someone clean it up before you got in the castle.
and then
Disgusting.
Mum turn off the podcast. and then another bloke came.
And that's why he's this week's every.
And another bloke got to the casino.
Yeah, good.
Right? And then
Continue.
I won't discuss my whereabouts of living, but me and the bloke who came late to the casino
Yeah.
live in the same suburb.
Okay, cute.
And then 2 of the other boys live in sister suburbs. So they were going to catch the train to their sister suburbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then one of the other blokes lives in a sister suburb to the guy who was driving.
Okay.
So do you mean neighboring?
So we've got
a lot of logistics. Don't really
we've
care.
got 3 groups of basically areas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out which 5 are going in the car, which
Okay.
one's catching an Uber.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's all you need to say. No, there was no need for any semen gear or any of that.
But because of the
Or the gum that was in the car. You couldn't work out this.
We won't be able to do this in an Uber. It's gonna fuck up my rating.
but because of like the reason that like everyone had a partner that was close to them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A
yeah.
buddy.
Pair up.
Yeah,
Everyone
it was
pair
like
up.
we can't get 5 people in and 5 people be happy.
Yep.
Like it would make sense if
It's got to be a 4 and 2
all 5 of
stitch.
us lived over here and then you lived over there, so you catch an Uber.
Yep.
So me and the other bloke were kind of copying the you guys, one of you has to get an Uber.
Ooh.
And I was using it's my
My
birthday.
birthday.
That's fair.
And the bloke who was driving loves me.
Nope.
So he wanted to get me in the car. But
Nice.
then he was like, I kind of already made a deal to these people. I was going to drop these 2 for
Yeah.
the trainer. He lives around the corner, so I'll drop him home and I'll go home. And then we were like, fair. And then we were trying to talk. Maybe we'll go in the back. Maybe someone will sit underneath,
Yep.
lay down underneath our legs or
Yep.
go in
Yeah,
the boot.
classic.
Boot.
But the
Boot's always a good
bloke, the
option.
bloke actually doesn't have his license.
Oh,
or he's
fuck,
losing
mate.
it in a few
That's-
days.
okay.
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's-
yeah.
No, yeah, okay.
So we didn't want to get
For
him in any
those
more
playing at
strife.
home, this is the guy who rang up and gave us the story about how he drove on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Albany
It
Harbour.
makes sense that he doesn't have a license.
Anyway, Torelli was climbing into this guy's boot.
And then we were just in the. So that's kind of where that story ends. It doesn't really matter about that anymore. But it's kind of crucial because we were in the food court after at Macca's.
Yeah.
And we were all sitting around the table and they were all like getting dinner and stuff. And then I was like looking at the Uber prices. I was like, sheesh. The Uber prices are a lot. Like it was $60 to go from the casino to the other place. And it was me and this other guy splitting it. So
Yeah.
I was like, that's almost half my winnings. Like
Correct.
I just want to buy dinner. I'm not that hungry. But I was wording it as if like, nah, I can't afford dinner. Boys, like I can't afford it, right? And then all the boys got their like big quarter pounder meals in their Subways and stuff, and they were all eating, and I was just like sitting there, like just chatting. Like I wasn't like sooking, but I just kept like making the joke, like, nah, I can't afford it. You know, like, oh, why don't you get anything? Yeah, I just can't afford it. And then trying to guilt the guy who was driving
To take you home.
Yeah, pretty well, but only as a joke. And then the bloke who was sitting next to me had some nuggets, and they didn't really look like nuggets.
Is this story going anywhere?
And then
He's
this
just
guy they look like weird chicken nuggets from Macca's.
Yeah.
And then
like McBites.
and then I was like, yeah, they are weird. And he was like, I was like, yeah, they are weird. And I was sitting next to him, and I didn't want him. I think he thought he was like, oh, maybe like he's trying to get one, like trying to talk to me about them. He was like, oh, do you want one? I was like, no, I'm good. And then like we kept talking for a bit, and then someone made another, like, oh, come on, like go get dinner, like you're just sitting there watching us, right? And then I made another joke saying, like, oh no, like I can't afford it. I gotta catch this Uber home. And then the bloke sitting next to me with the funky chicken nuggets leaned over to me quietly, like all the other boys were talking. He was like, do you want to get you dinner? He was like, I like it. Like, you hungry? Like, if you want, like, I'll get you dinner. And I was like, no, I'm just joking around. He's like, no, like, if you're hungry, I'll get it. I don't care. Because he, like, started working full time. He was, like, doing, like, plumbing or electrician or something. And he was, like, full just trying to, like, shout me dinner. And I was like, dude. I'm like, no. That's all good. Like, I'm fine.
No, he's just looking after you.
Yeah, no, I was just like, and we're, like...
Are we dropping a name?
We're
For an
close.
everyday hero, we dropping a name?
It was Jacob Goff.
It was Goffy.
And, like, we were homeroom mates. We don't actually hang out that much out of school. Like, we see each other from time to time. And it was just so nice. I was like, damn, like, he just leaned over to me, like, quietly. Just tried to, like, have
Don't
a
make
little...
a big thing about it.
Yeah, just like, oh, wait, like...
That's beautiful. He was subtle, he was caring, he was gentle, and he didn't want to embarrass you.
I know. I was like, dude, that was... I dapped him up. I was like, that was good.
A compassionate
That's good, man.
casino hero.
Legit.
Goffy, your week 30.
Week 30.
Your week 30's everyday hero. All right, boys, that brings us to the end of episode 30 of the MacPack podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure to sit next to the two of you once again.
It always is.
If you haven't already checked us out on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, be sure to do so. We did receive one review during the week, I believe,
Yes.
which is super exciting.
On Apple Pods.
He's a bit of a closet fan. We were unaware that he was a listener until a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago.
He reached out.
He shared us on his Instagram story, which we love. If you listen to the pod, if you watch the pod, share us on your Instagram story, and we'll be 100% sure to reshare. His name is Jacob, or as his alias is on iTunes, JBC Studios. He's gone on to say, the MacPack podcast is dangerously addictive. He's found himself a number of times laughing way too much whilst listening on the daily drive. It's epic stuff. Keep it up, lads. Exceptional podcast.
Bravo.
Dang.
A perfect review.
He's hit all the good notes.
Tick, tick, tick.
And then he's given us a nice, solid, exceptional, which is what we asked, the podcast password.
Bravo.
Boys, absolute pleasure to sit next to the two of you.
I want to quickly give a shout out to Olivia. It's her 18th birthday
Yo.
tomorrow,
Shout
but
out to Olivia.
the day before of release. So go say happy birthday to her.
The Thursday is Olivia's birthday for those playing along at home. She turns 18 tomorrow.
She does.
Happy birthday.
What a
And she
queen.
can celebrate by listening to this
Yeah.
little shout
Happy
out.
birthday.
Boys, pleasure as always, and as we say each and every single week, stay safe, stay blessed, and always remember to
Go give your mama a hug.
ciao for now, but not forever.